Hello, it's the Wacky Musician, and today's video is entitled How to Make Your Own Musical Instrument. Probably should be entitled How to Make a Useless Musical Instrument, but today we're going to have fun making our own musical instrument called the 48-ounce canophone. 48 ounces because there's 12, said that wrong, because there's 4 12-ounce cans, and if you don't know your math, 12 times 4 is 48, and you should go back to school. So to make one of these, which is capable of making only 3 pitches for the most part, basically the pitches it can make, which can be matched up to a C, a D, and an A, high A, octave above those. So to make this, what you will need is a metal tube, metal pipe, probably get it at Lowe's or something. This came off a closed hanger thingy, and it needs to be hollow. These are hollow. You will need a trumpet mouthpiece, which you can get at any standard music instrument store, a little saran wrap or cellophane, and 4 soda cans. This particular is Zevia Cola, which most of you probably never heard of, but it's really good. It's made with stevia, which is a sugar substitute, natural sugar substitute. So you're going to want to start by cutting holes in your cans. So first take the tab off the top of the can. And you should be careful with these. As you cut them, they can get very sharp, and so you don't want to cut yourself. So start by cutting a hole around the hole that's already in the can, and just cut that a good hole large enough for the pole to go through. And then the bottom's a little harder because there's not already a hole there. But you want to poke your scissors into the bottom. Be careful not to cut yourself, and cut out a hole in the bottom big enough for the pole to go through. You don't need it to be exactly the size of the pole. In fact, a little bigger is better. You want some of the air to be able to come back through the can. Yeah, that's the tough one. Alright. What I did mention that you also need is some packing tape. I just realized mine's not here, so I'm going to go get it. Hold on. And I'm back with some packing tape. Now, we want to take our pole here, stick the can through it, and the can that's going to be on the bottom, let's cut another one here. The can that's going to be on the bottom, we only want to cut the top part. We want to leave it sealed on the bottom. Break the tab off, cut a hole in the top. And see, nice hole in the top. This is going to be my bottom can, no hole in the bottom. And stick it like that. Pull them together, and we're going to put tape around them to tape them together. Just tape them, a nice seal. We don't want any air to be able to go out in between here. We want all the air to go in between the cans, so we'll make a nice tight seal. I'm going to actually put another piece of tape to make sure it's sealed. Makes a nice noise, doesn't it? That's how our first 2 cans are. And you repeat this process with each can, stacking them on top, so that the pole will go down the whole way. So it'll look like this. This is my finished one. I'm not going to go through each can right now. And then you'll put tape around the top part, taping it to the pole, making a seal there. Because again, we don't want the air to come up this way. So tape it to the pole really good. Now at the top of the pole, we'll take our mouthpiece and our cellophane. There it is. And the cellophane is what's going to help our mouthpiece stay in place. Now what we'll want to do, first of all, is felt in the center of the cellophane, poke the mouthpiece through so that makes a hole. And then kind of bunch the cellophane up around that, wrap it around the mouthpiece tightly. Now, this is the slightly harder part. We want to force the cellophane into the tube. We want to make sure it actually gets into the tube and not just the mouthpiece sliding through. So push it so that it actually gets into the tube here. Try to get a decent amount. Just kind of work it in. Right. Yeah, work it in. That's probably pretty good there. And then we're going to take another piece of tape here. We're using lots of tape, aren't we? High-tech stuff. And with that tape, we're going to tape the cellophane to the top of the pole. Now, of course, make sure you don't take your mouthpiece. And the idea of this is that we will be able to take the mouthpiece out. So if you're a trumpet player, you can use your regular trumpet mouthpiece. It's not going to be stuck in here. Because now we can pull it out. We have a hole for the mouthpiece to go into. Just kind of press it nice and tight into the hole. Dusty. See all that dust come out? I don't know if you can see that. And then with all our cans on. And the last step to making your 48-ounce canophone. Of course, you're going to have 4 cans here. I only have 2, as I didn't want to take the time to do all 4. The last step is you're going to take the sharpest end of the scissors. Be careful, don't cut yourself. And we're going to just poke some random holes in the sides of the cans. About 2 per can on one side, and 2 per can on the other side, like so. So that you have little holes in the sides of the cans. I don't know if you can see that on the camera or not. You can see little reflections that look cool. Alright, so this is the finished one. Let me get my mouthpiece back in there. Again, you blow it just like a trumpet. If you're not a trumpet player, what you need to do is bite your lips like so. And you do that into the mouthpiece. You go. And you get different pitches by adjusting your lips, the muscles in your lips, by listening and changing the flow of the air coming out. If you're a trumpet player, you'll be really good at that. If you're not, you may need to practice some a lot. In any case, this is the 48-ounce canophone, and you've just made your own. Stay tuned. Possibly tomorrow, hopefully tomorrow, I'm going to have the video ready of the Super Mini Concerto, where I will demonstrate the 48-ounce canophone. Until then, take care.